Richard, share the word that we're going to be focusing on, and that's going to be building everything we do this year.
Our 2017 word is expectation. So when you look at that, everything begins with a dream. But a dream is just a thought. It's just vibrations in your mind. That needs to have some sort of emotional action put to it in order to bring it to reality. So the word expectation really resides in mine, yours, all the listeners' minds as to be significant to the possibilities and the happenings of 2017. And that your expectation, no matter what it is, can be achieved. So expect it. Napoleon Hill has a saying that I just love. What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So if you're expecting something, you're actually putting that Napoleon Hill phrase right in there. It's, what do you expect? Now, after expect, there's a lot of actions that have to come into play. But if you don't expect it, you'll never invest the time and energy and passion it takes to build whatever you're expecting in 2017.
Well, you have to really have that mindset that, first off, quit blaming, quit making excuses. We've all done it, but it doesn't help you grow. So we have to start changing the mindset and really realize that what we receive, we perceive. So as I said, I saw so many postings on social media, specifically Facebook.
I'm not surprised.
During the week between Christmas and New Year, about everybody just wanting 2017. Let's close out 2016. I'm thinking, gosh, let's not speed up the days. I mean,
there's not enough time already.
The year goes fast enough. So let me enjoy this week between Christmas and New Year's. Don't speed it up. But I also listened and I thought to myself is that, they are feeling that way because that's how they thought. They are responsible for their own actions normally. I mean, most people are. Yes, things do happen that are not always in our control, but how we accept them and how we relate to them and how we react to them.
Let them emotionally impact us.
Yes, those are our choices. And yes, I mean, we had some personal family, a death in our family at the end of the year. I lost a very good friend towards this last quarter. The last quarter, if I really looked at it, I could have said it sucked due to those personal things. But I want to believe that I looked at all of those things that happened and I saw different. I reacted differently, I should say.
No, they still impacted you.
They impacted me.
But you didn't let them control you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the big mindset shift. Okay, yes, here's something great. Here's something really terrible. Neither one of them are 100% pure.
Yeah.
But you have to take the positive in both and mold it and meld it into what you do, who you are, and how you're going to work with it.
Right. And it all began with the beginning of October and a nasty hurricane named Matthew that decided to visit us here on the east coast of Florida and all the way up the coast. But so many of us really reacted to where we took action.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't allow that to stop us. We changed, again, made some shifts in our direction, our mindset, and we rolled with the punches, and then we moved on. So, again, I was very excited when I started focusing on the expectancy of 2017, and I started thinking about it's not just the expectancy within ourselves, But for those of us that are using social media, through my trainings, I find so many individuals that really don't have any expectations of what social media can do for them. They just want it to work. Make it work.
There's the interesting term, make it work. The make it work is, I don't want to do it myself. And unfortunately, not always, but in a lot of cases, I just don't want to put the thought power into creating posts. Because to create posts, the writing is the easiest portion of it. Coming up with what to write and how it's going to emotionally impact your audience, like we're talking about here, expectations. What are your expectations for that post? Because everything you put on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, on that, you're looking for some sort of impact. If you're not, you shouldn't be doing it. You're trying to make a statement, and when you make this statement, it'll hit you consciously. But the ones that resonate stick around with you in your subconscious. And the subconscious is really the computer motherboard of your being.
That's a good way to put it.
It's where all the processing takes place, because, consciously it's work. You have to keep it in forefront of your mind, and you do it. But subconsciously, it never takes a break. It works all the time. It never rests. You're sleeping, it's still at 100% working on that. And so when you bring the word expectation in, or a goal that you want to achieve in, the goal of the subconscious is to put into your conscious mind a solution to that problem. And you can either accept the solution or not. And a lot of times, most of us just don't even know we've been presented an opportunity, and we just walk, Well,
it does surprise me, still to this day. I've been teaching, training, managing, speaking on social media now since 2010. So 6 years, going on 7 years.
Yep.
And that I find a number of people's expectancy is that you just post and it's going to sell for you. So I really have to do a lot of education and share with them and help them through a process to understand what their expectancy is, or how they should look at their expectancy of social media marketing a little differently. And one of the things that when you shared this word this year of expectation, I thought of the enthusiasm that one really needs to put into every action they take, as well as the excitement. That's going to lead to greater expectancy and also help them enjoy every consistent action they're taking.
And you take those two words, very simple little words, but lumped together, it creates your passion. I mean, what are you willing to do? Your passion is not subject to your will. Your passion is something that you have to do. Your subconscious is saying, I don't care what you think. We're doing this today. And it'll weave its way around, and it'll make it happen. But that's where all these things that we read, Who Moved My Cheese, it's the impact on the social side of your subconscious that says, oh, okay, yes, I really do need to read more, go to more motivational events, go to more networking events, go around more people, so that I have and I can grow myself. That will in turn grow what I do.
Well, and the expectancy also leads to the intentionality. When you're taking consistent action and you have more intention, that will help you to have greater expectations because you're on target.
Yeah, it's like achieving any goal. Once you achieve a goal, you can take a little break and do the happy dance, on all of that. But
yeah, Richard used to get excited and could pick me up and twirl me around, but he can't do that right now. That's why I'm releasing that weight.
Okay, good. I'm excited about that. But you do the happy dance, and while you're at the happy dance, your subconscious is way on out there. It's figuring out how do I get the next happy dance? I like this feeling. I want another happy dance.
It's a good feeling.
What do I got to do to get the next happy dance? And you start looking at that, and I know you and I at this time of year always do vision boards.
Mm-hmm. And we talked a little bit about that on our Envision 2017. You can find in our podcast. Yes.
But those vision boards, like blogging, like Facebook post on that, they're reminders, conscious reminders of what your subconscious said. This is what you wanted. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't leave it alone.
And again, share with our audience why doing something visual is so important.
Well, visual impacts not just your sight. We think, our mind thinks in pictures. It doesn't think in words or sentences. It thinks of everything in pictures. So we are much more emotionally in tune with images than we are with words. So, when you're looking at what's the thing with TV over radio? How did TV come in and push radio out? It was visual. It was a series of moving still images, and it still is today. So when we look at that, it's the image which elicits the emotion, and it's the emotion which impacts the subconscious, which drives our desires, which builds the expectation of, I can do it. I can have it. I am.
I love the excitement that it just exceed when you do this. And that's when you shared this theme word. I saw that excitement, and I see exactly why we've chosen this word together and have so much expectancy for everything we do. And we will wrap this theme word around everything we do, our radio show, our trainings, your VIP day. In fact, at your VIP day, I know you're going to take a deeper dive.
A real deep dive.
With, those that are in attendance in that small group. So they will leave with their theme word if they haven't chosen one already, and have those expectancy as well.
They will leave with the theme word, and it will be thoroughly defined. You will have every action step you need to succeed.
And just real quick, I know that you shared a little bit about that day, but if someone wants to get a little bit more information, it is a in-person. It's not a virtual event.
No, it's not virtual. In fact, it's in our living room.
I know. We make them in our living room and serve you lunch.
And I want that because I don't want any interruptions. I can't control what goes on in a hotel room or a meeting room somewhere. I can more or less regulate what happens in my living room, in there. And it's nice, it's peaceful, it's quiet. Phones are not just turned off, they're all unplugged on that. Cell phones are turned off on that. But it's there so that every person helps everybody else. So you've got, if you're one of the 5, you have 4 other people helping you.
And real quick, let them know, those that would like more information on how your phone number, so how they can have a conversation with you about it. Because it is exclusive.
Yes, it is. There's no overlaps at all. Just give me a call at 321-777-3487. And if I don't answer, please leave a message because I will call you back.
Well, leave your cell number as well.
Okay, it's 321-446-2155.
And just have a conversation with Richard to see if it's a good fit, because those that have been through his program, his day, they've changed. I've seen it, and I see it.
Well, I remember the first one we went through with Bob